Everybody, welcome to Homebrew Hunts. Unfortunately, two players may not be able to make it. One is currently here, but is away, and one probably won't make it. So we'll just have to do what we have for now. Anyways, where were we? Ah, yes. You are currently, I believe, in the experimental holding area of the of the containments, which your new companion once called home. But a quick description: although they do look very similar to the creatures from the Quiet Place, the Death Angels, they do have a slight difference on the fact that they do have ears and their face looks like that of a bat, but a whole lot more furry. You see, you both see that Dagrin, both Dagrin and Arnhorn has disappeared. So, do you? There is a. There is, however, a door at the. There is a. There is a door at the other end of the hallway, though, which does not look locked. Would y'all like to go through it? All right then. So you walk past the hallways while the creature you just saved keeps to you very very closely with its eyes closed. You see, and you see it, and right in front of you is the last door. Do you open it? Once you open it, it simply reveals a dark hallway leading forward again, the same as before. Do you go forward into it, or do you try to backtrack? Are you saying this in character or out of character? Oh yeah, oh yeah, the royal, yeah, yeah, she's with y'all. Yes, that creature. The creature looks directly at you and flashes you a fanged smile. Nope. Just one right in front of you at the end of the hallway that y'all are currently in. And what might that be? What? No. No, 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 no. Of course not. No, 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 no. Well, I do not have any. No, I mean, I couldn't. All the kobolds that were ever in normal areas were always bought up. No, no, I went there looking for some. I was went there looking for a siren when I heard somebody over. Well, excuse me. I was gonna put that beautiful siren into my personal garden with one of the largest ponds that we have. More than enough for a siren. I was I personally. Well, how should I know? I I look up what is needed. I went there looking for two sirens, and I left without two sirens. I gave them look, if it means anything, I probably gave them a much better home than most of the people there would have. Fed fed 3 times a day, plenty of water, more than everything they need to survive and thrive. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Well, I wouldn't say that. One of them. Well, the noble wasn't really looking at you. She had said, well, not all of them. For instance, when I attempted to buy one of them jumped out and nearly cut my eye off, then dragged the entire cart of everything on it down an alleyway I ran with the crowd to try to get it. Next thing I know, it was all gone and nothing was there. For us all, for all of them. Well, I've only I've only ever seen sirens eating people. In fact, only until you mentioned it, I personally thought that sirens were nothing more than a common monster, like owl bears and displacer beasts. Minimal. What about what about all the whale carcasses and all the sharks and turtles? There are a lot more than just human meat out there, you know. There's enough plant stuff and everything else down there to feed everybody. Why do you think royals spend so much time trying to go? Yeah. Why do you think it was so? What about a whale carcass? Those things are always floating around the ocean. Huh? What's your answer to that? Whale carcasses. You know, only if you let it set. If one recently dies and everything goes at it, then it won't explode. It will release the gas, dropping it to the sea floor. And besides, can't sirens lure in any creature with their songs? What's a silky? Sealskin. Uh, transform into what? Huh? That doesn't. And why would they do that? Seems very easy that the Silky could just literally kill the man. I mean, like, seriously, that does not seem that smart. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure even something stupid could know. I have this. You have that. I want it. I hit you. You know, have that. I get it. Exactly. Sleeping at night. This silky something. Get get silky friends, tear up the place, find it, then take it. I mean, seriously, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. You know, it doesn't. No, all the others, they would just go to the water, ain't won't they? Why can't they? It's just skin. Wait, they're immortal? Hold on, they're immortal? Look, look, I've been to the magical market of. Look, I've been to those markets a bunch, and I've never seen no seal skinned human. Look, 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 I don't know. Roosevelt? Like the president? Home. Yeah, Ironhorn. Anyway, the royal says, look, I'm sorry about the whole Sucky situation, but I've never once seen anything like that when I went to those markets, and I know that I have gone deep. Listen, are you sure it's just not where you're from? Because around here, I don't think there's much water, as you have seen. It's all desert and sand. Because I had a personal pond. And besides, there's an entire siren oasis, not right over there. Do you know how difficult it is to get one of them? From what I've heard, very. Or at least what I've heard. I heard somebody lost a life there, and a limb, and an eye. That's the point. I feed it, and I make sure any intruders get lured in and eaten. And the people there would have already have trespassed onto my property, which makes them criminals, and I'm not seeing where they're supposed to go here. Huh. Don't let me in with those gayful people. I am of the upper crust, not of the lower boot. Did you not see my? As they say, the eccentric lives. Exactly. Anyways, are we gonna go through the door or not? I'm starting to get a foot cramp here. Then The door wasn't locked. Shush, 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 shush. Don't. No, 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 no. It was a one good. This one time it was a good. Understand? Ironhorn was it? The royal leans over to Scarlet and says, "What the crap are you thinking? I can already tell that he's dense as a brick. If you tell him it's good, he's gonna keep on breaking handles. Anything else you tell him to, he's gonna keep on doing it because he sees that it's good, including times where he doesn't need to do it. If you tell him that just this one time it was a good thing, and saying no, and next time it says it was a no, then that's when it starts to make sense." But he doesn't know that. He doesn't know between good or bad. I can already tell. He's either a really big child or a man that whose brain is not fully working. Oh, oh, I'm sorry, hun. Grown up talk. Grown up. Sometime when people like each other, they they do playful insults, like something like that. From now on, listen, lady. Look, listen. In my free time, I do breeding, a lot of breeding, mostly dogs and cats, and I know behavior patterns like that. So whatever you do, do not, for love of everything, say something is good when it is bad. But in a situation when it is good, say this one time it is a good. Do you get it? Don't don't worry, honey. In this place, not if you take it one step at a time, you freaking fairy. Listen here, honey. All you need to do is very simple. In here, you don't have to worry about breaking anything. All right? This place is made to break. Outside is not made place to break. Does that make sense? You have to speak their language, fairy. Fairy, you have to speak his language. Listen here, honey. When bad people hurt good people, when never mind, never mind. I hope never mind. Break all. Well then, well then, I do believe that I would. Well, I believe that's my last time helping a creature like that. And hey, fairy, can you see what's on the other side of this door? I'd rather not be eaten before I get out of here. Wait, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Okay, Scarlet. Please go through the door to make sure that when I step through, I don't get. Step through it! You're a ghost, aren't you? I get that, you ghost. Step through the door. Step through it. through. Walk through it, like walking through a doorway. Just imagine the door is open and walk through it. It's not that difficult. Then how about this? I walk over to the Minotaur and she produces a sugar cube. Here, baby. This is a yummy rock you can eat. Okay? It's a rock you lick. It's tasty rock you lick. This this rock not part of floor. This rock okay to lick. No, this rock is not from floor. This, not all rock from floor. This rock good. This rock made for lick. The noble licks it and then see lick. Ay, the noble produces a cattle treat and says, "Here, this is nice treat you can eat." Hey, Pixie, shut it! Pixie, shut it! Anyways, this is Pixie, Fairy, Changeling, Ghost, whatever. Zip it. I'm trying to keep us alive here. Anyways, honey. Yes. She immediately pops back with a "Ah!" and immediately steps back. I see. I see. Thank you, honey. Honey, I need to talk to Scarlet. I cannot believe I am being treated like a child. I am royalty. How can I, a royal, be treated like a child? No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm done. Mm. She, she, the noble, mostly in fear of the Minotaur, simply shuts her mouth and looks toward the wall. I know. Yes. Yes. Small time skip. 10 minutes later, the woman says, "Okay, is it time now?" The noblewoman very regularly walks out of the corner, walks over to Scarlet, and says, "Please, phase through the door so that we do not die." The noblewoman clearly wants to say something, but is holding everything back. All right, so do you go through the door? All right, you go through the door to see the entrance to a theater, as in like a live performance theater. Exactly like you saw before. Place where people have where people It's more like where people go to have fun. Other people act stuff out, like how you could play swords and other people will watch because they think it's funny. This is the this is the same way I talk, little buddy. All right then you. All right then. But the only thing I'm saying here is I'm trying to tell him on how it at theater is healing for the soul. It is fun. You don't see it. Y'all are in the spot where you buy the tickets and the snacks and then go into the theater. True, but sometimes it can be really fun. I'm not saying it's not boring. I know I fell asleep for more than a couple of when I've gone there, but sometimes it actually is good. In the meantime, I believe our goal is to get in there. So how about we stop standing around talking as she walks up to the door and just get going? So then, are we going in? Perfect. You open the you open the doors to see a live performance, an orchestra. You see, with music playing all around. A single man, well, sort of, you can't really tell from this distance, is doing the whole swinging the stick thing, while an entire band plays what he does. The people around, no, like, they're not people. Of the things you see are essentially floating loves and shadowy figures. What do you do? It's a it's an orchestra. This is, but not all of them. Anyways, there's usually an emergency exit. Probably. So there's usually an emergency exit around here. So let's find it. It's usually behind the stage. So far this applies the same law as a normal opera house. So then there must be an emergency exit door behind the stage. Well then let's choose one of them. Which one do you see? Are you going to pick, or are we gonna die of old age first, huh? Cause if so, I would like to go grab a drink from the concession stand. I'd rather not die of thirst first. All right, but still, which way do we go? All right then. So then, how? So then, how are we gonna get behind it without angering the orchestra? That that could work. One Oh, what do you mean one person? Hey, you're right. So what? We should cut the strings then? Huh? I don't know. I don't know. Then what do you think? So what? Should we try one of the side doors or should we try the one in the back? Huh? Hey, question. What is y'all's passive perception? Question. What is y'all's passive perception? Yes. Maki Maki? Maki Maki, you there? What's your passive perception? Alright, Scarlet, passive perception. Hold on, why do you have multiple Scarlet sheets? Alright then. Alright, so what's your passive perception? Alright. Maki Maki, Ironhorn, while y'all don't know, Scarlet, you notice that the orchestra has gone silent. Do you look toward the stage? You could, or you could not. It's very simple. There you see, there you see the person doing the orchestra holding up his hand like he's telling everyone to wait. The audience in the back, the new audience in the back, can you please cease your chattering until the event is over? Please? No problem. Just no problem. I just need to look out for all the guests here. Anyways, I will be done in just a few short minutes. After that, I will happily deal with y'all. So then, would y'all mind waiting? Thank you. Thank you. As the music starts back up, as the orchestra man begins doing as waving his wand and hand around again. So then, do y'all wait or do y'all try to escape? Scarlet? After around 5 minutes, the orchestra goes to a close. The floating gloves and the shadowy people all clap, all clap and clap and clap. He does the bow, and he after that he sets it down and walks up and begins walking up to the stage to y'all. You can finally see him now. His hair doesn't look like hair. It looks like tentacles, much thicker on the and for the fact that he doesn't have eyes, only a wide-mouthed grin. Hello. Why, thank you. I developed it over 200 years. Took me a while to get every note right. Tell me, actually no. It was a, actually no. It took me a long, long time to get it all done. If it wasn't for that man, then I probably would have never finished it. I owe that man a lot, and he has ordered me to kill y'all to stop his for y'all plan to stop him. Is that correct? Yes, but I will take that as a yes then. I see then. All right then. Well, well, because you did actually wait instead of simply trying to push your way through like so many before, I will I will actually be be kind to you and and allow y'all to enter the main hall first before I do my assault. Consider that a thank you for letting me do my performance. Anyways, the area you're looking for it should be just right above you, just over there. As he points to the back of the stage. Just go back there, and that's when you'll see him. Completely understandable. The monster does. Sorry, go on. I call it music to fill one's soul. Are you not going to join your friends? Oh no, you do not need to. You see, the area just up ahead is in, is my master's chambers. It will take a couple extra doors, but you will not need to worry. Only once you step into the main chamber. That will take that will take a while. Once One time when you see him turn back, you can see him tuning a violin just before you leave. In front of In front of you seems much more dark. You see ancient runes covering every wall, different types of tiles and everything. This is starting to look less like a casino and even underground base and more like a lich's castle. And you do. The light was able to shine your way many, many feet ahead. In the yards and what looks like 3 miles. The hallway is narrow, just big enough to fit Ironhorn. So then, as you go through, you see a bunch of oil paintings on the walls along with suits of armor. Do you happen to investigate any of them? You see, but the suit is empty. But in But it does. But it seems like the paintings and the suits of armor tell a story. The suits of armor show the progress of something, and so do the paintings. Would you like to know, or is it a minor detail? The suits of armor slowly change into being a pristine man to being a horrible creature, disformed, rotting. But it's but the deformed man slowly goes back to normal as as he slowly becomes much more human. Well, human look like. He still has holes in his skin, hair that's ragged, and everything else like a corpse. And one of the last that you see before it starts to repeat is that of a plague doctor's outfit that's in the style of a suit of armor, completely ironed, and yet completely and utterly ironed, but in the style of a plague doctor's suit. The paintings, on the other hand, tell a much different story. The story goes of something like this. The story goes like this. There was a man once thought he could gain immortality, but he tried every other method, but still tried to remain human, still tried to have a soul. Much more difficult than one may seem. For every other trick, there is another gain. For every gain, there is a downside. On one hand, you can never age. On the other hand, you can still die by every other method. On one hand, you could gain true immortality, but you'd be stuck in a lamp. For another you would destroy a soul. Every other method possible, but but nothing worked. Until one painting looked through a book that has a picture of a disease on it, and he saw it. An ancient disease that would keep the host alive to spread its seeds, permanently keeping them alive forever, in order for the spreads, in order for everything to spread. It destroys everything though, their mind, their soul. You see the paintings get more elaborate as him grabbing ancient materials. Some Many look almost as if they were meant to be forgotten and only sold in the most vile black markets. In one in one you see the man buying what looks to be a doll, engraved with a human heart right in the center. Another looks to be the head of a mind flayer. And slowly gets more and more items, more diseases, until it eventually he succeeds, cursing himself with a sickness, but knowing of an ancient technique known as jade, a pure ancient stone said to heal. He's counting on it. You can see in the desperation of the photos, he's needing it. This this is the last piece to gain what he sees as true immortality. But hey, question, can you roll me a history check? Can you roll me a history check? Oh, did you get a nat 20? You Maki Maki, you remember many things that all begin to connect together. You remember the age of the painting, the age of this man, and everything else, from the disease to everything, and then it clicks. This man is old, ancient. He's been around for such a long time, and yet it's the disease that keeps him alive. It's the disease that keeps his body together. If he gets rid of he thinks that the disease comes with the curse, and if he gets rid of the disease, the curse will still remain, making him truly immortal. But that's not true. The disease keeps him alive. The disease feeds everything. If he removes it, you you come to the same conclusion that his venture is inevitably fruitless, as if he does remove the disease, he will he will simply turn to dust, His age is far too great. No, you cannot. This disease is one of the most ancient things in this world, only born through an ancient process. It said it's yeah, in fact, it's said that hold on, wait. Hello? Oh, all right. As unfortunately, one thing that does seem strange is well, when it dagnabbit. Never mind. Yes, a virus, a disease. That's it, I remembered. One, it shows one of the components comes from a rabid beast, a beast that had lost its mind due to a disease, forcing it to become savage, fearless. It was once used to train animals, but quickly learned otherwise. They become fearless, crazy, much more violent. Something it is rabies. A combination of others, a combinations with others, dangerous, ancient, results in this. A combination of every single disease from the past, every single disease that have killed millions, all formed into one. For not even a cleric with greater heal can heal this. Well, the only thing that could but there is something in each of the paintings. Something that only when going through back again you could actually recognize. Something's hiding in each and every photo, in each and every painting. Every single one of them, a creature hides in the back. You can't tell much, but it's definitely evil. Dark, something not right, something not of this world, something that wants him, something that craves him, something that wishes for an ancient soul like his. Now then, do you go to the final room? It's right ahead. the the monster shakes the monster nods his head. He quickly nods his head and then runs back a little bit, giving you the equivalent of a little thumbs up. So then, do you go in? You open the doors, old and wooden, and here it is. A mine. Magical lights hung from the ceilings, kobolds, and you see them, kobolds. Each of them high up, cage on each corner of the large cavern. And your other companions, the ghost girl that the bartender. The bartender lays on the ground, scratching at everything, every point of her body, while the ghost girl lies on the wall, almost as if she was thrown into it. Just above her, a large indentation, as if she was thrown. In front is the plague doctor, going down a little bit into a small part of the large cave where the mining is. There, sticking out of the head, is a green dragon. The dirt. No, a green dragon sticking out of a dirt. A light lime green dragon made from a precious stone sticks out from the dirt. The bartender grabs your arm. Do you look? The bartender's mouth is foaming, eyes crazed like a rabid dog. Even though she seems like she doesn't know where she is or seems like she's gone, she's stopping you from hurting yourself, it looks like. She's trying to pull you away from the man in front of you. What do you do next? Do you have Yeah. No, it's cleric. No, I thought it was cleric. Oh, flunk. Do you have any healing spells? Alright, how about this? Y'all are now 3 levels higher. 3 levels higher. You have any spells for that? You'll kind of need it right now, and do you have any spells for that? All you need to do is check the spell list up to level 15, and at least whatever level you have now, and see any spells that can save both the bartender and the ogre. Healing spells. You don't need. All you need to do is like lesser restoration, greater restoration, any restoration, a healing spell. Then use it. You can see the pain. You see the pain slowly eases up as she stands up a little bit. Don't get near him as she staggers back, trying to clutch her throat. Weak. All right. All right. He turns around and says, "Weak? With this I'm in constant pain, and yet I have the ability to infect anybody with ancient diseases that have not been around for centuries. Diseases that have no that would take greater restoration to heal. Such a grand spell for such a small and very infectious disease. I am stronger than you by an ocean's fathom. Loved? My love is to disease, the mistress of diseased death. And this is the closest way to get close to her. And when I cure this disease, I can finally be pure immortal, and I can finally take by her side of disease embodiment. Im- this world can burn behind me. I only the only beauty I see is for the mistress of disease herself. With me by her side, I shall feel joy as long as my immortality lasts, which is immortal, of course. So stand aside while I can take my place. He holds out a small liquid vial. Cure. Do you stop? He does not move, simply hold extending out his arm with a necklace style with a simple vial attached with a small amount of liquid in it. He doesn't move. Yes. He doesn't flinch. Only a voice in your head saying, "This little vial can heal your friend. Stop your endeavor now, and I can give it to you." He doesn't move. No catch, no strings attached, no monkey's paw, no monster's deal, no scam, no scandal, no ploy. The cure? Your friend. You take, you heal. That is all. That is it. And in fact, if I do end up touching this and curing my disease, that will in turn make me weaker, won't I? I won't have any of my poisons or diseases with me to fight y'all. Tell me. Quite the gamble, is it? Save your friend? The person who's been with you all this time? The person who's tried to help you with every step? Or, and give us, and have the ability to make me weaker, or, or possibly, not entirely, have the chance of destroying the magic, stopping me, and letting your friend die. You don't even know if destroying that statue even works. It's made from 100% jade. For all you know, that diamond tip sphere won't even leave a scratch, or it may destroy it entirely. There's only one thing that's certain right in this moment. This cure can save your friend, and you need to make that decision right now. I know. I know. Diseased one. As you pop the cork and pour it in, the foam slowly subsides. The shaking, the eyes, it all lays to rest as her breathing slows. Her pulse returns to normal as she is freed from the disease. But as your back is turned, you can hear it. The hand touching the dragon as simple shing. And finally, a mask and gloves falling on the ground. He slowly starts walking toward you. You want to kill me, right? Then please, come on, come, come. What? What? Well, what did you do? Did you? My immortality is the lack of death. You before he has a chance, his lungs collapse, barfing up blood. The cure. The it was supposed to rid the disease, but keep the curse. Where is the curse? No, no. The man, the man crumples. His skin aging rapidly, his bones decaying, as he simply turns straight to dust. As you go to it, you feel a cough, then another, then another, and another. Soon enough, you can't breathe without coughing. None of y'all can. As if, as from the darkest pit of from deep below, a figure walks out. As you touch it, you could feel a wave of relief bring over you. The figure approaches the dust and and falls to its knees. As everyone hears, we were supposed to be together. Just, just a little longer. As she stands up and creates a dome. A dome of disease. And all of the party members are trapped. All but the bartender and the little girl who was just able to escape and exit running toward the door. She was in no shape to fight, neither was the girl. As she leaves, she yells, "I'm sorry!" Exactly, so you're okay. That is the thing, though. Disease comes in many forms, and even a spirit can have an affliction. Exactly. One of my worst, wouldn't you agree? You killed my husband. If you would not have interfered and driven him into fear, he would not have examined the expedition even more. He would not have made it faster, and I would have gotten here much now before he unearthed it. But no, you came and you drove in fear into his heart, forcing him to go faster and find it, driving him to his own demise. I know, and I'm afraid. Of course, of course. But I do have to apologize to to your friends. I know you're not much for your own family, but your friends? I will have to send out my own personal apology. You will not be returning. End session. So, what do y'all think? Most definitely. But speaking of that question, how did y'all like the whole disease route? Yeah, a little bit. But now you're fighting. Yeah, but now y'all are literally fighting the embodiment of disease. And here's the thing though. Next session I'm actually gonna do some research on magic and stuff. To where I can make this a real fight. Yeah. However, there is also a magical stone that wards away diseases with a combination of that first level spell. Dang. Got it. Anyway, got it. But got it. By the way, I'm gonna have to get off, unfortunately. But how did y'all like the session so far? Thank you. All right then. Well, I hope everyone who's listening will have a great day, and I'll see everyone next week. Goodbye.